Good morning everybody. I'm not much of a morning person, so I'm going to keep this short. Heading off to New Zealand this morning. Just got my bag packed here, surfboard and a couple of things. Got a bus to catch in like 10 minutes, so I need to smash this coffee and get going. So I grew up in a place called Whangaproa. It's a peninsula that runs off the North Island. At the very end of the peninsula there's like a big farmland kind of area where it's like got heaps of walking tracks, running tracks and all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm gonna go out for a little bit of a run and show you guys kind of what it's like here. So this track that I'm on now apparently goes up through a waterfall and then links onto kind of like the farmland out the back where I was running through yesterday. So see how we go, a bit longer today, and my shoes are like fucking cooked. I got this big flap, so hopefully I don't trip over. So off to Raglan this morning, which is like a small kind of little surf town on the west coast of New Zealand. It's like a 2.7 meter swell I think coming in, so it should be pretty fun. Just looked at the cam and like the waves are looking pretty nice. Kind of wish I was there already, but slept in like an extra half an hour this morning, and then which meant I was like prime time for traffic, and Auckland City is just like the worst place ever for traffic. It's so bad. Literally been in traffic for like an hour and a half already, but finally on the other side of Auckland. Probably got about another hour and a half drive and then should be in Raglan. Gonna pump some coffee, get this in me, and then get through this drive.
I told it back when I'd have noticed that could been a total rapper, had to hold it back and let it. We figured all the bullshit out. I'm running home to spend the evening on the couch. I'm even eating better, need a vino, let it soak, and I could leave my phone around. I wrote an album out of all the emo.
So not gonna lie, there's a lot less swell than I thought there was gonna be here, so that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be like twice the size, if not bigger, than kind of the clips you probably just saw, but like nonetheless still really nice waves. So I'll come up to a spot called Indicators, which is pretty much up by like the top of the point, so hopefully I can kind of milk the most swell out of what's kind of around. So yeah, I'll probably surf here and then go get another coffee and something to drink, and then do like an afternoon surf at Manu Bay, which was like the first bay that you guys saw. Not gonna lie, it's a lot hotter today than I thought it was gonna be down here, and I've got my 3-2, so I'm gonna be cooking. Hopefully the water's cold. I also cooked and bought no sunscreen, so gonna get roasted today. Like this wetsuit is so dry because I haven't worn it that long, so this is so hard to get on. The surf was actually really fun. Once I got kind of around like the very top of the point, there was a lot bigger sets coming through than it looked like there was from out here. But And you know how I was saying before I went out, how I was like thinking I was gonna cook? Outside temperature right now is so warm and so hot that in the water it's freezing. Like literally that whole entire surf I was pretty much like shivering. But now just gonna go back to like the Raglan town and then chill out for a little bit. So I just got down to the estuary to chill out for a bit because the tide isn't great right now. Gotta wait probably for about an hour and got a coffee and a big bottle of water. And I went into that shop and a whole heap of the ladies there were trying to convince me to buy like Rick Rubin's book. Yeah, I got suckered into that one. But I've kind of wanted to buy it for a while. So I'm not much of a reader at all. So we'll see how we go with reading it. Alright, so welcome to Auckland City. Just parked up at a park on the way to the art gallery and got myself a coffee. But yeah, kind of cooked it today. I've got like 11% on my phone, so we'll make it interesting trying to get home. Besides going to the art gallery here, I don't really know what else there is to do. I don't know, like when I was younger and I came here, the only things I'd ever do would be skateboarding. So yeah, I don't really know if there's much else to do here in the city. But yeah, see what the art gallery's like, and then might cruise somewhere and do a little solo beer sesh, and then cruise back to the coast. How crazy is this? Just full black and white. The art gallery was just really good. Some of the ones we have on the Gold Coast are just so shit. But yeah, that one was dope. Like once you walk into the gallery, like straight away they kind of have all like Māori heritage kind of stuff. A lot of like the colonization of like the Māori people from way back in the day. And yeah, I think that's just crazy when you have like oil painters and they do like their full research of like where people were and what was happening, and they kind of recreate the history in the painting. So that was dope to see. And then the top story was lady who was like an art collector in New York City, and it was all the art that was inside of her apartment. Some of the artworks were like, I don't know, proper kind of famous artworks. Like you had Picasso kind of paintings and all that kind of stuff. So that was dope. Never seen a Picasso painting before. Final kind of exhibition they had was all like super old kind of European paintings, which I've kind of always wanted to go to Europe and check out a lot of like the art over there. So that was dope to kind of see all those paintings. Even just like the framing of those paintings are just so crazy and like an artwork in themselves. Yeah, all in all, like that was a really cool gallery, and definitely recommend going there if you're ever in Auckland City. So there was two artists in there that did kind of, I think most of them were kind of oil painters, but they had works in there that were etching. And there's one guy called Edgar Chine, I don't know. I'll just pull up the name, it's probably easier. Kind of reminded me a lot of like some of Terry Urban's work. He kind of does like scribbled figures sometimes. So yeah, gonna look more into those guys, and I think it's a cool style to kind of like add, like when I do kind of like final details around my paintings, I want to try and kind of add some of that sort of style to that. All in all, like yeah, very dope. Pretty stoked that I went. Now just gonna cruise up to some of the vintage stores and check those out before they close. Go get a beer somewhere and cruise on back home. Also, I forgot to mention, these are some of my favorite artworks from the gallery. Today's my last full day here in New Zealand, flying back to Coolangatta tomorrow afternoon. Also, not sure whether my flight's gonna be cancelled or not, because currently back home there's a cyclone hitting, like southeast Queensland. Today's the day it's kind of meant to hit land, which is Saturday, and it depends whether it kind of dissipates enough over Sunday for me to fly back in. So yeah, and hopefully fucking all my mates and shit are all good back home, because I've seen a couple clips and it's looking like it's getting pretty hectic. I think most people have been out without power for like 2 days. So it'll be interesting to see if my apartment's still holding together. But yeah, either way, pretty keen to get back, suss everything out, and hopefully get into doing some paintings this coming week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I also hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday, so shout out to all of you guys for subscribing. It's pretty dope. Yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty stoked to hit 1,000 subs already. So yeah, a lot of love, and I'll catch you guys in Australia.